Coming up next on the Jeff Crilley Show, he's done social media for celebrities like Mike Tyson. Now he's offering his services to CEOs who want to lift their brand. His incredible journey just ahead.
Many are predicting that the worst is yet to come, which is unfortunate, said one person here. Until now, they've enjoyed the reputation of being the nation's icebox.
Watched a burglar in his home this morning by webcam.
As a journalist of over 25 years, stories are what make my world turn.
Reporting live from the Dallas newsroom tonight, Jeff Crilley, Fox 4 News.
But in 2008, I took the jump from my familiar life and started a PR firm from my home.
We're talking about anyone with a camcorder like the one I'm using becomes a television network.
We started slowly growing the company, and we now have over 100 clients, and we've branched into the world of live digital broadcasting. I now own 8 different TV studios and have a huge team. And the stories that I now get to share are sometimes the most important of my life. Life has a funny way of coming around full circle. This is the Jeff Crilley Show.
Well, I got to be honest, when I was growing up in the 70s and 80s, I couldn't name a single CEO. I mean, they weren't household names like they are today. I mean, everybody knows Jeff Bezos and Zuckerberg and Mark Cuban. It's because we are celebritizing these CEOs. They appear on Fox Business, they appear on CNBC. They've become household names. Somebody who knows that very well is in the studio right now, Gary Frayter. He does social media for celebrities, executives, and CEOs. Thanks for coming on the show.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Absolutely. And we all know CEOs who are out there who, you know, they're running this big company, but they don't have time to do social media. And maybe they have a marketing team, but the marketing team might not be able to actually find their voice. So tell me how you work with celebrities.
Yeah, not everybody has the means like a Gary Vaynerchuk, for example, who has 30 people managing his personal brand. So basically we come in and we take a CEO that wants to get out there. They realize the power of a personal brand, right? Becoming a thought leader, that go-to person in your industry. So we basically take, you know, all of the amazing qualities that you have, all of the things that made you successful, and we get your story out there. We manage your personal brand, we manage your social media, and basically take it completely off of your hands. That way you come in, you make sure that it's growing, that your tone is correct, and that's it. We want to take you to that next level.
We're going to pull up your website, and I want to point out that, you know, doing SEO and social media for celebrities is not easy. I mean, that's kind of a tough job. So you kind of cut your teeth working with the most difficult possible clients. Would you agree? I mean, these are, you know, some of them, I'm not saying that your clients are this way, but some of them are divas and very particular about how they're represented on social media. So why don't you talk a little bit about working with celebrities? What was that like?
It was incredible. I mean, I got to be Mike Tyson's right-hand man on his podcast, Hot Boxing Podcast. I got to meet so many cool people. Wiz Khalifa, YG, just Kevin Hart I met. Wow. So it's really incredible. And I think but the funny part is that these people are just regular people. And they all have their quirks and they all have their certain ways of going about things. But I think once you really develop trust with them, I mean, that's it. Like they're a client for life. They just have to really trust you.
All right, tell us a Mike Tyson story. Nice guy? Like, I mean, you see this kind of menacing figure on TV. What's he like in real life?
It was incredible. I mean, one of the stories is when I was at Lenny Kravitz's $50 million mansion, and I'm just a kid from Connecticut that basically, well, I wasn't even born here. I was born in Latvia. But being with Mike Tyson on Super Bowl, it was the day of the Super Bowl. We were at Lenny Kravitz's $50 million mansion overlooking the entire city of Los Angeles, and getting just to have more and more one-on-one time with Mike Tyson and getting to hear any stories or just any pieces of advice that he has was just a dream come true. It was incredible. I mean, back in the day, I used to have Los Angeles on my phone because that's where I felt like all the stars and celebrities were. And, you know, actually getting to manifest that and achieve that was just the best moment of my life.
And we're glad to have you in Texas now. And you're going to help out a lot of executives and CEOs here in Texas. He's also a content machine. He produces all these amazing videos. Let's go ahead and roll one clip.
Here's the thing. Your favorite influencers like Patrick Bet-David, Greg O'Gallagher, the guy from Kino Body, and Iman Ghaji have all taken a step back from building out their business and instead have doubled down on creating content and building their personal brand. Why? Because they understand that attention is the biggest currency in 2024, and the more eyeballs they get, the more eyeballs their business gets. Therefore, if you're a man that's watching this right now and you want to become an influencer, you want to start your own business, Or let's say you just want to become more marketable to employers, you're going to need to start a personal brand. Otherwise, you're going to be completely invisible to them. For those that don't know, I'm a celebrity social media manager. I've managed social media for the likes of Mike Tyson, Brendan Schaub, Gary Owen, Steven Crowder, and many others. I have a ton of experience building social media accounts from the ground up and taking over accounts with millions and millions of followers. So I know a thing or two about what I'm talking about. But let's get into what a personal brand is. Your personal brand is essentially your digital footprint, right? It's your personality, your skills, your passions, what it is that you talk about, like basically who you are.
And I couldn't agree more, because I'm into branding too, and I think these days, especially the CEOs that you're working with and want to work with, they have to have a brand. I mean, they become the face of their company. So talk a little bit about how you work with CEOs to, one, find their voice and help craft the correct messaging.
So basically what we do, my team and I, we do a deep dive into the client's industry, right? So one of my clients right now is a tech CEO. So basically and he's going viral on LinkedIn right now, out of all platforms, which is really funny because back in the day, LinkedIn was just a place to get a job. And now you could actually, go viral and have the right kind of eyeballs, because that's your ideal target demographic, especially if you're B2B. So basically one of the things that we do is we do a deep dive into your industry, and then once a week we meet for about an hour to 45 minutes. And we'll, ask you questions. One of the questions that I asked him was about the iPhone 16 that was coming out, that actually has AI features. And what happened was, he gave us a really great take. And since LinkedIn is prioritizing video content, and that is what we specialize in, if you can really, as a CEO, if you can get your face out there on camera, not just, type behind a computer and, just have words, but actually put your face on camera, that is the best way to build trust. So that's exactly what we recommend to our clients and the clients that we work with. So he had a great take. We packaged that, and 1.35 million impressions on LinkedIn. Incredible.
Wow, that's amazing. And I encourage anybody who's serious about social media to get help, because I know for a fact that I don't have time to manage all these platforms, so I have others on my team do it. But we've had clients before where it's a large law firm, they have 100 attorneys, you go to their Facebook page, they haven't posted in 3 years, and they only have 50 likes. And I'm like, okay, you should just take down the page.
Yes.
Because you can't even get all 100 of your attorneys to like your own page.
Absolutely.
So talk about, you either got to be in the game or just shut down the page.
Oh, absolutely. And I spoke at a college yesterday at Loyola, and one of the things that I mentioned, and it doesn't have to do with CEOs, this has to do with chiropractors, let's say. This is just an example. So you have chiropractor A that has 1,000 Google reviews and 10,000 social media followers, and then you have chiropractor B who has 10 Google reviews, let's say, and no social media following. Who is the better chiropractor? You don't know, right? Because based on skill, chiropractor B could be better. But it's all about marketing and how you package yourself. And that is ultimately the person that wins when it comes to, the marketplace. At the end of the day, it's not about skill set, it's how you package yourself and how many people know about you. You could be the best in the business in whatever you do, but if nobody knows about you, then it's no good.
Wow, I could listen to you all day. We've got a couple minutes left, so look into that camera on the left and talk to the CEO or executive who says, man, I think I just found my guy. What does the process look like? Do you get on a Zoom call? How do you onboard clients?
Yeah, so we work with a very, very limited amount of people because we want to make sure you're happy, that that we're happy, and we want to make sure that we're the right fit. We don't take clients on that we can't grow. However, that being said, for the most part, we will take your brand, we will take your voice, we will take, all the things that make you you and let the world know about it in the right audience. It's not about getting millions and millions of views. It's about actually growing a business and actually positioning yourself as the thought leader in your industry. That way, whenever anybody thinks of you, your industry, they know that you're that go-to person. We'll hop on a quick call. We'll dive into basically, your page, everything that, that it takes to actually grow you. And that's it. And then we'll work from there.
Outstanding. You've been an amazing guest. We're going to end with his website, which is GaryFrayter.com. The great Gary Frayter. Thanks for coming on the show.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
You bet. That's it for now. We'll see you next time.